Hello, Prime Minister. Firstly, congratulations on your re-election. Great news for Australia. I've seen your acceptance speech and we can all be proud of the way you delivered it. Secondly, and the point of my making contact with you with this short presentation is that I picked up in your speech on your very clear message to the audience that, quote, no, in Australia we treat people with respect, unquote. My message today is to make you aware, Prime Minister, that this is not always true, and at very senior levels it's not true. I've experienced it, to the point of serious harassment, character assassination, criminal defamation, and other serious actions taken, including death threats taking place against Aussies like myself. So I decided to do this presentation and the video for you, Prime Minister, because I don't know how many other Australians are being treated like this. And if so, people aren't speaking up. Why not? The example I'm going to give is about myself, an Australian citizen currently living overseas. Again, I'm concerned about how many other Aussies are treated disrespectfully like this by our banks, big corporates and some government agencies. Documentary evidence is in the video and attached. Important to note is this is a true story, a real life story. It's been going on for the past 4 years at a minimum and up to about 11 years. Here's a quick summary of events. For about 11 years, my friend and family have been transferring money to me to fight a court case in Thailand because our assets were stolen from our investment some 11 or 12 years ago. But in September 2023, right at the end of the most important point of the court case, the Australian banks decided to deny transfer of any money to me. The banks were ANZ, CommBank and PNN Bank, based in Perth, which is where my old boss lived. Because they refused to send the money, we wrote to Africa. However, the banks forced Africa not to accept my complaint. It's all in black and white. In the bank's letters, they have defamed me and they've made up untrue stories about me, about police and stuff like that. Following that and during that period, I also wrote to the Crime and Corruption Commission in Western Australia, because that's where PNN Bank is based and where the money that was being transferred was coming from. Despite all the evidence, the Crime Commission would not accept the complaint again, despite all the documentary evidence. There's also a letter attached from my old boss, Lindsay Richardson, showing that he did not agree with the bank's decision. In the end, the banks didn't send the money, and the court case was dismissed and we lost our claim of $30 million. Obviously, I've also been keeping the Australian Embassy in Bangkok and Defamation Canberra updated on all things that's going on. To say the least, they have not been forthcoming with positive assistance. You can see letters attached from the ambassador and from the first consul detailing my situation and the fact that they cannot assist me. Obviously, living in Thailand, I have also made the Thai authorities aware, including police reports about death threats to my life. One of 4 death threats is attached. Also attached is a letter from the Civil Rights and Justice Department in Thailand about my court cases. Bear in mind that all these documentation was sent to the banks in Australia to comply with their requirements for sending money. Despite that, they didn't send it. They just completely ignored it. Also, these banks and whatever the agencies have been cooperating with people in Thailand. I've been falsely arrested and charged 4 or 5 times. I spent time in prison recently, 22 days, and was denied essential heart medication. All this in an effort to silence me. I was eventually released when I wrote to the court and told them they were again trying to murder me by denying my medication. I've also been writing to Australian senators, including one in WA, Pauline Hanson, Senator Robertson, Senator Rennick and Senator Wong, the Minister for Foreign Affairs. The only reply I got was from Pauline Hanson's assistant, Jade Saunders, saying that because I lived overseas they couldn't help me. This despite the fact, as an Australian citizen, that I came to Thailand and I'm here in Thailand as an advisor to the Thai government's Ministry of Finance and Central Bank, providing know-how and expertise based on what I learned in Australia and technology from Australia. So, following all that and having no response or assistance from the Australian side, the banks in Africa turning me down, the Crime Commission not accepting it, the embassy doing not much, and no reply from the senators, so I have lodged the matter with the Thai Justice Department, making a complaint with their Department of Special Investigations for Crime and Corruption. They've accepted the case as per the letter attached, and it's currently under investigation. So this is now a cross-border Thailand-Australia investigation. I don't know if there's diplomatic complications involved. I did write to Senator Rennick in the beginning of April 23, and he did reply at one point. I've sent him more information, but he hasn't so far replied, I guess busy with the election. In a nutshell, that's sort of where it stands for now. I remain blacklisted by the Australian banks since September 2023 until today. I've received no money transfers from Australia or anywhere in the world, because once one bank blocks you, you are blocked totally. I've been harassed, arrested, falsely, too many things to talk about in this quick presentation. It's also important, though, Prime Minister, that you know that the three banks involved, ANZ, PNN and CommBank, told my niece and nephew and my family and my old boss that they were not to contact me or communicate with me in any way whatsoever in September 2023 and thereafter. They were all told that if they tried to send me money again or communicate with me, that their bank accounts would be closed. So just to wrap up, I just wanted you to know, Prime Minister, these are only some of the things that have been done to me over the past 4 years. Not one person has tried to help me. Not the embassy, not the Australian banks, not the Crime and Corruption Commission in WA, not AFCA. No one has tried to help. All they've done is say, we can't help you, and shown me total disrespect. As Australians, I think we expect that our government and banks show more respect to us and would help us when we're having problems. And we certainly don't expect the banks to cut us off at the knees at an important point in time with our own money. Please take a look at the evidence and have a listen to the notes and make up your own mind. I mean, for me, this is not very Australian, certainly not what I expected, and it's totally wrong. Government departments and the banks and big corporates have shown a complete lack of respect from the beginning. My CV is attached. I'm a 67-year-old retired banker and investment manager from Australia. I know the system, but the persecution that's been going on for 4 years is something new. For these people to go to these lengths to stop anyone getting essential money transfers, to stop them winning a court case with a financial claim and getting assets back, and further to threaten family and friends, and all this with no response from anybody in authority in Australia. It's just wrong. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the Aussie way. So again, I needed to make you aware, Prime Minister, of the disrespect shown at times by our institutions and corporates, and that I'm really concerned that apart from myself, there are other people in Australia like me out there, and they're not speaking up. The system in Australia is not built to target and persecute us as citizens and denies their basic rights to life. My sincere thanks for your time and attention, Prime Minister. Best of luck with your plans moving forward. Save Australia, our lucky country. Thank you again.